Welcome to episode number 35 of Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall. My name is Browny and I am your podcast host. Thanks for checking us out. If you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're back again, you're a fucking legend. Coming up, I'm going to catch up with Brisbane punk band Flangipanis. They have a brand new album coming out on Friday and they're a band who have been in the industry for close to a decade. And if you haven't come across them yet, you need to change that after you listen to this podcast. Stick around. Josh and Jodie from the band join me later on to co-host. I'm also going to bring back two songs that changed me with Kyla from Queensland. She's got a couple of punk rock songs she wants to get in. Plus there's new music on the way for Like Thieves. If you don't know who that is, it's a side project for Clint Boge from the Butterfly Effect. All that and more coming up, plus a rundown of what happened with us at Download Festival in Melbourne. But let's officially kick it off right now with Bikini Kill, Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall.
Jenny from Bad Cop,
and you're listening to
Wall of Sound,
Up Against the Wall.
Word on the street today, minority report. Progress democracy is now coming up short. I can't watch while evolution falls apart. Bury me in history with Nancy Morgan Hart before I'm forced back to the start.
Bad Cop and Wall of Sound up against the wall, and we were stoked to have a chat with them backstage at Download Festival in Melbourne. Keep an eye out over the next couple of days. I've got a special edition of the podcast coming where we caught up with some of the biggest bands on the festival lineup, including North Lane, Amon Amarth, Sabaton, Of Mice and Men, and a few more. Plus, Download was such a success that the news out today is it's going to be coming back in 2019 and expanding to Sydney. This is what we told you would happen if you got behind it and supported it for the first run, and well done to all you heavy music fans right here in Australia. We are finally going to see a large-scale heavy music festival coming to our shores next year, and hopefully it expands from there to Perth, to Brisbane, and so on and so forth. Now, one of the other bands we were supposed to catch up with, but they cancelled last minute, was NoFX. But I'm going to give the guys a spin anyway, because they rounded out the Dogtooth stage at Download and did a fucking good job doing it. This is their latest track, There's No Too Soon, If Time Is Relative, on Wall of Sound, up against the wall.
I don't feel like moving, don't feel like talking. I'm feeling a little Stephen Hawking today. I barely feel like rolling, there's no way I'm rocking. I'm feeling a little Stephen Hawking. Hey, hey, hey. When I saw him on TV, I thought he looked crazy. Then my friend told me that he's just really lazy. So lazy he could only write a brief history of time. He may be smart, but to me he's just a creepy narcoleptic mime. I wanna be like Steven, so I'm gonna walk uneven and having trouble breathing. Hey, hey, hey. I'm gonna live by gravitational law. I'm gonna try to drink a cheeseburger through a straw and make my hand look more like a lobster claw. Hey, hey, hey. But being Steven must be kind of a drag. It looks like even his teeth are starting to sag. I thought he had a tail he was trying to wag, but then I learned the tail was a tube, 'cause he's so lazy that he poops in a colostomy bag. Oh Steven, you give me something to believe in. Don't wanna hear him, don't wanna see him. I think he might have melted in a wax museum. Oh Steven, are you a robot posing as a human being? Oh Steven, you give us all a super creepy feeling.
You're listening to Wall of Sound, up against the wall.
Your reasons, the season is called
Nightmare by Blink-182 on Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall. And this year I brought in the segment Two Songs That Changed Me. This is your chance to take over the podcast and get a couple of songs on that change your life, whether it be an introduction to a certain genre, or a couple of songs that got you into a certain few bands, or got you through a hard part of your life. Send through your songs to Wall of Sound AU on social media, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, and we'll get them on future episodes and make you the star. Right now, it's all about Kyla from Queensland.
Hi, I'm Kyla, Wall of Sound reader and punk rock fan. The first song that changed me was Notice to Remedy Breach by Vicious. Vicious were a local Gold Coast punk band who never failed to put on a great show. This is the first track from their album Mondo Destructo, and listening is a surefire way to get amped up for a gig. It's a great sing-along. Here it is now on Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall. Kyla again. The second song that changed me was Radio by Rancid. I first heard this song when I was about 15 years old. The lyrics are heartfelt and reflect how I feel about music. It is definitely one of my favourite Rancid songs. So let's hear it now on Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall.
Never been in love till I fell in love with you. No, what a good time was, I had a good time with you. Didn't want to get the feeling while you're acting, the music's got loud for when music hits, I feel no pain at all. You know, what's all the night I'm drinking with my dad. He tried to give it a that I never had, but he gave more love to his bottle of wine, so I had to go out and find love of another kind. Here it is, I am torn up and fucking loud. When I got the music, well, I got a place to go. When I got the music, got the music, well, I got a place to go. When I got the music, well, I got a place to go. Well, I got a place, well, I got a place, well, I got a place to go. When I got the music, well, I got a place to go. When I got the music, I got a place to go. When I got the music, I got a place to go. When I got the music, I got a place to go. When I got the music, I got a place to go.
Hey, it's Chris from Wax, and you're listening to Lawlor Sound Up Against the Wall.
Miss Martin, I've got nowhere to be. My logic hurts. I've got nowhere to be. This house is cursed. I've got nowhere to be. I choke on words. I've got nowhere to be. Remember time slowly. Remember time slowly. I'm growing numb. I've got nowhere to be. A breathless lung. I've got nowhere to be. I've aged enough. I've got nowhere to be. I can't get off. I've got nowhere to be. Remember time slowly. Remember time slowly. Remember time slowly. Remember time slowly. I didn't give much, but when I do, I give a lot. I give a lot. I don't give much, but when I do, I give a lot. I give a lot. I don't give much, but when I do, I give a lot. I give a lot. I don't give much, but when I do, I give a It's this place, it's this noise, it's this everything. It's this place, it's this noise, it's this everything.
Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall with Browny.
She called me late last night, say she loved me so. Didn't matter anymore. I say she never cared and that she never will. Do it all again, I guess I'll have to wait until then. If I get drunk, well, I'll pass out on the floor now, baby. You won't bother me no more. If you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend, and I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer. She called me late last night, say she loved me so. But I guess she changed her mind. Well, I should have known it wouldn't be alright. But I can't live without her, so I won't even try. If I get drunk, well, I'll pass out on the floor now, baby. You won't bother me no more. If you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend, and I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer.
someday I'll think of what to say. Maybe next time I'll remember what to do. She looks like heaven, maybe this is hell. She said she'd do it all again, she promised not to tell. And if I get so far, I'll pass out on the floor now, baby. You won't bother me no more. She said, it's okay, boy, 'cause you know we'll be good friends. And I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer. I think I'll have myself a whoa.
From the basketball movie soundtrack, that's Real Big Fish with Beer and Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall. It's time to introduce these guys.
Hey, it's Jodie and Josh from Flangipanis.
And this is Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall.
Alright, we ventured out of the studio today for this very special co-host with Josh and Jodie from Flangipanis. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we today?
Fantastic.
Pretty good. Bit warm.
It is, but we've ventured down to the Windsor Bowls Club. If you haven't had the chance to come and check it out, it's big because you guys actually recorded your new album just down the road at the shed.
Yeah, it's not there anymore.
Isn't it?
Nah, it's ploughed, gone.
They figured they peaked out on our album. Fuck it, just knock it down now, get it over and done with.
I was going to say you guys fucked it up that much they had to get rid of it.
You can't get that smell out.
Alright, so give us a rundown. For those who haven't had the chance to come across Flangipanis yet, you've been around for quite a few years. You're very well known in the touring circuit here in Brisbane. But when it comes to, venturing out into southern states, how do other, I guess you could say, Sydney-siders, Melbourners take you on board?
Generally positively, I think.
Pretty good, especially in Melbourne. We have a pretty, we've been going down there for years now, so I think we gel well with a lot of the crowd down there.
And it's getting to a point where people want us to come now, which is nice, as opposed to just us asking if it's okay.
And look, you've got a good reason for you guys to get down there now. The new album coming out this Friday, Always The Bridesmaid. What was the approach like going into this, making this one? Did you differentiate from anything you've done in the past, or is it the same old stuff that you've done because it works?
We panicked.
It was panic writing, yeah.
It was great. We had a very limited time as well. So we went in, we did 5 tracks. We gave ourselves about 6 weeks to write them. And then after that, we gave ourselves about 7 or 8 weeks to write the rest of the album, which ended up being 7 tracks. Yep. And then we recorded those. And it was more collaborative than usual because it was kind of, panic writing. It was good fun.
Yeah, previously we've kind of had songs for a while, played them a bunch. We end up, we're impatient people, so we end up playing them live before we've recorded them. But this is the first time, I think the whole album until we recorded hadn't been played live or anything. So it was a bit different like that.
A bit fresh, yeah.
Yeah, making parts up as we went in the studio, which is also kind of terrifying.
So then we had to learn how to play it live.
So it's like what you've done in the studio, you need to make sure you can jump on stage and do it, because it could be something completely out of your depth or your range.
We had the Gutter Birds come in on a track. So there's some, there's a 3-part harmony that I can't do while I'm singing.
So with you guys, obviously, over the years, we actually met outside of you guys playing in a band. Like the very first time we met, to get the story back into people's minds, we took part in the very first and only season of basketball here in Brisbane, which is just like the movie. And you guys had one of the best psych outs of all time, each week that you guys played. Not to mention as well, just good camaraderie between you all, and of course the nudie run too. Is that essentially, for those who haven't seen Flangies yet, you guys in a nutshell?
Oh, they were just stage props mostly.
Yeah, pretty much. It was just like a gig without guitars.
Yeah.
And as we've seen with the album cover, of course, you're joking, but also bringing back that old school element of the old punk rock from Australian days. Let's say, back in the day of Friends of Rob and things like that.
Friends are still playing, are they?
Back in the early days, back in years and years ago when we were growing up.
Semi-retired. Yeah, no, I think there's a certain sort of I guess, a carefree edge a lot of like Frenzal, Hard-Ons, a lot of your earlier Australian punk rock had, which hopefully we tap into a little bit.
Try to. We try to. I did have someone say once that we were a good band without the costumes, which was a really nice thing.
But I mean, entirely wrong. But you know, we still need the gimmicks.
It's a gimmick. It adds to your character, and it's a memorable thing. People walk away from that going, "That set was great. I can't believe they dressed up like insert name here, insert costume here." Let's get on a song right now from the new album. This is One More Drink. We'll have more with the Flangies next on Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall. Brand new Flangipanis from their forthcoming album, Always The Bridesmaid. It is out this Friday. I'm joined by Josh and Jodie right now. I wanted to hit you guys up about the fact that you've taken out the 4ZZZ Hot 100, the original and the best countdown here in Brisbane. Does that automatically give you guys music cred in the business, or does it make you have to work harder because of that reason?
It's just a whole new group of people that hate us, I think, from that.
Yeah, I actually read an article from Triple J that said it meant nothing.
Wow.
Oh, really? Oh, I must have missed that one. That's lovely.
It was the like the 4ZZZ Hot 100 will have no indication of how the Triple J, the hottest 100, will go.
Oh yeah. Like it's a very different audience.
Yeah, it sort of wrote it down a fair bit. So, but yeah, no. Essentially, at the start, it was just a whole group of people to hate us, and then I think they gave up on hating us
and started appreciating what you could do,
or at least just ignoring us.
Or ignoring us,
which is always an easier option.
But look, I've got to say, every time that countdown comes around, especially for people who live in Brisbane, it's something that a lot of, I won't call it a niche market, because it's a whole group of people who get together who want to hear great music, who doesn't have some sort of political agenda. Obviously, everyone who comes along to those parties and goes and sees your shows, they are part of that demographic and the people that you appeal to. Have you noticed people coming outside of that group to your shows and then you catching their attention and them sticking with you guys after that?
I think so. Definitely a lot over like the last 4 or 5 years, because we're at nearly 10 years now.
Yeah.
And so for a long time it was playing to the same 30, 40 friends at the same 2 venues sort of thing.
Now we play to them and their children.
Yeah. There is a surprising amount of people who have kids at our shows now. But yeah, no, there's definitely like a different group of people, I guess, which have come along, so don't actually recognise everyone all the time.
All right, so talking about 10 years in the industry, I mean, you've obviously started up in Brisbane, you've stuck around in Brisbane, and now you're starting to see, like you said earlier on, the other states inviting you down, wanting you guys to come down there. I guess I wanted to, talk about your experience with that and the bands that are coming up right now who are slogging and putting in the hard yards and, get to that 5 or 6 year period and go, you know what, fuck this, we're not doing anything, we're not getting that far. What would you recommend to them?
Just do it, quit, get a nice easy job.
Yeah.
It's much smarter.
I was going to say exactly the same thing. It doesn't get any easier regardless of how successful you think you are. It's exactly the same. You have to go to a lot of places. It costs a lot of money. If you can make that money back, that's awesome, but a lot of bands don't, and a lot of the time that's actually kind of the crux of it. It's why they sort of stop doing it. It's pretty full on.
And I think, like, as well, you've got to measure, I mean, it's an old cliche music, but you've got to measure success in different ways. Like, someone like, say, Hard-Ons are still touring like mad, but 20 must be 20 years later now, 20-something years. I think they had their anniversary a few years back. And they're still, like, it's still not their jobs. They're not making an income from it. And they're absolute legends, just, worldwide. But they've got that sort of more respectful career there, which I guess... Yeah, you have to decide whether you want that or whether you're looking at it as eventually being a job.
Yeah, like
they're very different paths.
They'll sell their own merch. They'll be at the merch table, shaking your hand, telling you thank you for listening to them. So their success is probably a lot similar to what our version of success is that we just want people to like it. Please like it.
Come to the shows, buy the albums, things like that. But in saying that, though, you talk about, you're successful in what makes you guys successful as a band. I think one thing from, watching as a punter would be getting to go to Japan and do tours over there. That would have to be up there with career highlights and things like that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That was amazing. That was pretty cool.
I'm still not sure how that happened.
No, it was just a weird fluke. Some friends put us in touch with a tour promoter over there, and somehow it worked out.
Yeah, I guess that's probably it. Like, you need to sort of have people to want you to do it. If you just want to do it really bad but no one else is kind of on your side, it's actually really difficult to get anything.
And we know, obviously, Japan is a pretty weird and interesting place on the best of days, but how did they take the Flangies on stage in front of a whole bunch of punk-loving fans over that way?
It was mixed.
Go on.
There's like a real gold standard in a lot of Japanese music. Like, so even like bands on our level or smaller like punk bands are still very well rehearsed, super tight. Whereas like in Brisbane, it's as much about getting drunk and having a good time. And so I think there was a lot of people who got about halfway through our set before they worked out exactly what we were doing. It's like, watch this bunch of idiots on stage messing up every second song. But overall, I think it was a good response.
Yeah, no, I thought it was really positive. I think there was one of the smaller towns that we went to, everyone just they didn't move. There was an older couple at the front who were loving it, but they didn't speak very much English, and they just sort of were shocked at us, our sort of sweaty, bare, flubbery bodies jiggling around with some guitars. And I was trying to explain what the songs were, and I didn't speak any Japanese, and I didn't pre-plan, which was a terrible idea.
Trying to get across the concept of my period is late. Across a language barrier.
So I'm guessing there's a lot of like red-coloured and pointing downstairs, that kind of thing.
Oh, look, I think by the end of that night, everyone thought that I was pregnant and smoking.
All right, so if that doesn't give you an idea of what the Flangipanis are all about, then this will, guys. I want to get a song on, but I could pick anything from you guys. For you, what's a song that you love getting on stage and performing in front of people because you know it's always going to send people into a frenzy or get them running around half naked?
Oh, they actually really liked One More Drink, to be honest, because it was simple and I think they understood what it was.
Double Standard seems to... It's a fun sing-along.
Yeah, I reckon I'm Drunk So What, Fuck You.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's a classic.
One of the favourites. I'm not sick of playing that yet, and I probably should be.
Right. Well, let's get that one on right now so you can get to know the Flangies a bit more on Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall. Flangipanis on Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall, the brand new album, Always The Bridesmaid, out this Friday. You can get your copy on Bandcamp. Is it available anywhere else, guys?
Oh, we'll take it into a couple of record stores eventually.
Yeah, local stores, independent stores. Yeah.
Take a day off work to go do it.
Or go rock up at your front door. Is that okay, too?
That is absolutely fine.
Now, look, I wanted to talk about rocking up to your house. Noise Complaint, the video for that one was fucking fantastic. If you haven't seen it, you guys have this big driveway that goes down into a big ramp that launches into a pool. The idea for this video clip, did that come from filming what happened at that party, or had you guys planned that you were going to film a video clip to do some ridiculous shit and get a whole bunch of people around?
No, we do that every year, and we just took cameras to one of them.
Yeah, that's like the Jodie's yearly Hot 100 party. So that's New Year's Day, yeah.
Actually, last year Triple Z asked us what we were doing, so that in case we were doing an event somewhere that was going to clash. I was like, absolutely not. It's just a problem that I can't get naked at the Triffid, so I can't go to their party.
All right, well, let's talk about, obviously you guys have been playing shows here in Brisbane close to a decade now. How do you feel like the live music scene is in Brisbane? Obviously, you know, we've seen the shutting down of all ages gigs left, right and centre, which, you know, it sucks for those wanting to come to, you know, go see these shows and then to nurture that young talent of people wanting to come and attend shows. Do you feel like it's getting better lately, or, you know, in your experience, how is it now compared to, let's say, you know, back when you first started?
I think it's pretty similar. I think all ages shows are just generally really hard, especially if you're doing it at a venue. There's no real money in it for the venues because they can't sort of really sell your beer, in which case then you might lose some of your crowd. Either way, you lose a whole bunch of the bar, and unless you put a door price on it, then you're not going to make any money there either. But then if you put a door price on it, the kids can't afford to come, so then it's moot. I know of a few venues who have done some really cool all ages shows, but they're not legal. They just make it so hard to actually make it accessible to do. So, you know, we try and promote the low key sort of not quite legal ones, but not promote it too much so that it gets sort of traction. But yeah, they get closed down all of the time. It's really hard.
And that's kind of the trouble. Like, often when you're talking all ages, you're talking a more kind of DIY space rather than like a proper, you know, it's not Crowbar or, you know, Fat Louie's or somewhere like that, because licensing just means they just can't no matter what. So you're talking more like places like Sun Distortion Studios, The Waiting Room, Between the Walls, 199 Boundary. They're all like in the last 5 or 6 years, these like DIY venues which have popped up, have done awesome all ages stuff, and then just inevitably fall apart because
don't have funding behind it or no following.
Funding, I mean, there's definitely a passionate following behind a lot of them, but it's so hard. Like noise complaints, just the cops turning up to everything. Like even Triple Z shows, cops turn up to constantly just to hassle. Like it's hard to run, and normally there's a lot of good intent, but often, the organisation or like Jodie was saying, if you've got an underage crowd, you're not making money off them in any way. Like if you're not selling them drinks and they can't afford to pay the door, Is that the unfortunate thing with your target market, your target demographic? You obviously go for the older demographic and people who are able to come to shows and things like that, whereas, you know, if you've got younger fans, it's just unfortunate they have to wait till they're 18 before they can come see one of your shows. Yeah,
I remember once a lady telling me that she let her 8-year-old children listen to our CD, and I remember thinking, my God, how could you? But kids love it. There's a bunch of people where their young kids actually love it, and they don't mind them listening to the swearing, so that's actually kind of nice. But it is something I'd like to get into. It's just, it's so difficult to actually do it and not get shut down.
Goal list for you guys moving forward. What are your intentions? What do you plan to do, or what is something that you want to cross off that list that you can go, right, you know, what we're doing is more than just a hobby or a pastime. This is, you know, the full real deal right now.
I'm just trying to make it to Saturday for the launch. That's
I've got props night this Friday.
So what actually on that topic, what goes through your mind with props for a show? Is it going to be, you know, focusing on weddings and bridesmaids and things like that because of the album, or is it just whatever you can walk into a sex shop and find?
Well, a bit of both. So usually it's something really, really grand, and then I realise I don't have any money, and then I have to make something similar out of cardboard. And I'm still waiting on some eBay packages, so it actually kind of depends on what actually arrives in time as to what ends up on the stage. We don't actually have that many props and stuff all of the time. It's just sort of for fun, just to zazz it up.
Just occasionally, and for stuff like, every year at Dead of Winter, it's kind of become... And that just started with dumb... I think we dressed as cowboys the first year we played or something.
We had
just
play suits, I think.
No, it was earlier than that. We played
was it?
one, yeah. We were just like wearing flannels and jeans, basically, but we called it a costume, and ever since then, it's just ramped up each time. Yeah.
And it's now become part of your reputation and the expectation of people who come and see you. You have to do something funny like that.
Yeah, at those sorts of shows. Like, I mean, week to week, we run out of time and effort.
As a secondary kind of thing, if people want to bring their own props to donate to Flangipanis at a show, are you open to that if they bring you like a box of goodies?
Absolutely.
Always.
Just make sure... I remember someone brought a chainsaw once as part of his costume. That was probably a step too far. He turned it on as well, like in the venue.
Oh, shit.
So maybe not something quite that extreme.
Leave the petrol-operated stuff at home, bring the battery stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
batteries. Lights, they're fun.
Someone bought a rocking horse to our Lismore album launch last year. That was...
I've still got it.
I don't know why. Yeah, it's still living at Jodie's.
It went down the slip and slide this year.
Well, there you go. Look, something that you could sign later on for merch when you guys finally crack and make that, 100,000 album sales here in Australia, which hopefully will happen. For those who haven't pre-ordered the album yet, what are they missing out on?
29 minutes.
I think 28 something. 29.
28
Round it
and a
up to
half
29.
minutes. They're missing out on about 28 and a half minutes of music.
Yeah. Make sure you chuck in their tickets to go and see Flangipanis as well. They're doing a few shows around the country, so make sure you pick yourself up a ticket. Get the album, go check it out. Jodie and Josh, thank you so much for the chat.
Thanks so much for
You're
having us.
most welcome.
Hello mates, this is Lindsay Frenzel from Frenzel Rom, and you are listening to Wall of Sound Up Against the Wall, which isn't entirely correct because I'm lying on the ground right now.
Smoked a pack of cigarettes before midday. I coughed up a lung around 1. I can't see a thing through my eyes that sting. I can't remember having so much fun. Well, I've never had so much fun. No, I've never had so much fun. I can't remember when I've ever had so much fun. Can't eat the water in Sydney, can't eat the food in Japan, and you can't breathe the air in Los Angeles, but a million people think they can. Now I've never had so much fun. No, I've never had so much fun. I can remember when I've never had so much fun. You compensate blindly for mistakes, trying to make things right. I follow redemptions of the best intentions, but it's always ending up in a fight. And I've never had so much fun. No, I've never had so much fun. I can remember when I've never had so much. I can remember when I've never had so much. I can remember when I've never had so much fun. I can remember when I've never had so much fun.
Frenzal Romp on Wall of Sound up against the wall, and they got announced as the official headliners for the Dead of Winter Festival, which is happening in Brisbane. A great music festival featuring local acts and a whole lot of others from all across the country. It's happening on July 7th, and also featuring on the lineup is Polaris, Ocean Grove, Lagerstein, Clowns, Desecrator, A Sucker Punch, Pagan, Flangipanis, who just co-hosted earlier, Being Jane Lane, and a shitload more. You can check out all the details at wallofsoundau.com. And also this week, Escape the Fate announced their anniversary tour of their album This War Is Ours. This featured the first one with Craig Mabbitt taking over from Ronnie Radke, and they're bringing that down under later on this year. Kicking off in Perth on May 28. All the details once again at wallofsoundau.com, and just click on that touring page. But to celebrate, let's get on their best track from that album. This is 10 Miles Wide on Wall of Sound up against the wall.
You say you're getting closer to that chance of suicide. Tearing out your throat, you won't let it die. Let me here for all these days and ripped apart my pride. Take my place to look inside. Try to find a place to hide. Lost my faith, but don't you cry. I got a hole inside and it's 10 miles wide. Yeah, alright. Living on the coast, cocktails and telling lies. Got a fucking crush, coming to life. You left me here for all these days and ripped apart my pride. Take my place to look inside. Try to find a place to hide. Lost my faith, but don't you cry. I got a hole inside and it's 10 miles. It's not too late, I'm close behind. I'm gonna get inside your mind. Lost my faith, but don't you cry. I got a hole inside and it's 10 miles wide. Take me on, I'm feeling in the mood for something dangerous. I found myself again. Take me on, I'm feeling in the mood for something dangerous. I found myself again. Take my place to look inside. Try to find a place to hide. Lost my faith, but don't you cry. I got a hole inside and it's 10 miles wide. Lost myself and looked inside. It branded me for life. I can't help myself, it's mine to hide. I got a hole inside. It's feeling 10 miles. It's feeling 10 miles. It's feeling 10 miles wide. 10 miles wide. 10 miles wide. 10 miles wide.
You're listening to Wall of Sound up against the wall.
Static conversations coming to the fold. You're losing the
stuff there for Like Thieves. It's a side project for the Butterfly Effect's Clint Boge. And if you like what you hear, they're hitting the road in May. All the details can be found at wallofsoundau.com. But that's it for this week of the podcast. Thank you very much for checking us out. Don't forget to share it around, tell your mates about this, give us a like, subscribe, rate us too. Help us get out there and spread the word. Or some shit like that if you want to. Next week, however, I'm stoked to reveal that Chris Dudley from Under Oath is going to be joining me for a chat. The band have their brand new album, Erase Me, coming out, and it is a fantastic fucking album you need to hear. I'm going to do my best to get a review online before it comes out, but if you can't wait that long and you don't like reading, stick around. Next week we're going to talk all about that and play a couple of songs off it. To get you ready for it, here is the band's latest single, Rapture, on Wall of Sound, Up Against the Wall. My name is Browny, and I'll catch you next week.